priest!
Name of the law!
Okay. Wow. That priest was real agile, wasn't he there? Yeah, it was crazy. Now hold on. What are you doing here, Michael? There. Okay.
Hey, welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm your host, Captain Grav Fanny. With me, as always, is my co-host, Jomo. Recently, a Halloween Kills trailer was released, and in honor of that, we're going to be watching Halloween and doing our little commentary or review, whatever you want to call it on that. But for fun, before that, I thought it'd be kind of fun to go over some of our favorite horror franchises. See what they're like. These are going to be, I have 7, so top 7.
Seven? There were
Yeah.
7 you thought of.
Yeah, top
Jesus.
7. Well, top 7 me and you together thought of.
Oh, yes.
So these
I
are
remember this.
so these are those 7 movies. I have to say these are in no specific order except for the final one, because that one's the best one. All right,
I agree.
starting off the list I got written here is let's start with Scream. I like Scream. I've only seen the first 2, but I guess I really like Scream's look. Let's say aesthetic is pleasing. I always thought they did a good job on
The second one's like in Hollywood or something, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. I don't think I've seen the third one. I know I've seen the fourth one, though.
I have not. Oh, is the 4th one when Courtney Cox comes back?
I think she's in it. It's like Emma Roberts, isn't it? It's like she's like
The new Scream.
no, well yes, but she's like the main character, her name like Cindy or whatever, Sydney or some shit. She's
Okay.
like her niece or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I think I've seen bits and pieces of that one. Like
Yeah,
when
but
it's
it
on
turns
during
out like it's
Halloween
just
time.
her. Like she's the
She's just
killer.
doing all the murders.
Guess she wants to be
Murder
famous.
time all the time. I like those though. They're fun. I feel like they captured the whole slasher genre in a really, like, they were getting really stale at that point where like Halloween 8, Freddy Krueger 9.
H2O.
Yeah, shit like that. So it's kind
I
of
don't know,
refreshing.
man. No, I'll save it for later.
Next on my list, I got the Alien movies. You said you hadn't seen any of them, or just
I
like
don't
the
think I
versus
have,
Predator.
but like I understand. I've seen like AVP and stuff, and I played, like Alien video games and stuff.
Oh yeah, I like. I've seen the first one's probably the one I've seen the most. I really like it. Ridley Scott did a good job with like the design and the way they have those costumes.
Did you ever see about how the alien comes out that dude's chest and shit?
Yes.
Did you ever see about like behind the scenes, like they didn't tell the actors what was gonna happen?
No.
So like when like the thing shoots out and there's like hella blood all over them and stuff, like that's real because they don't know what's going on.
Oh my
They didn't know
God.
that was gonna happen. So they're like genuinely terrified.
That's
Yeah.
fucking terrible, dude. I'd like, oh my God.
Oh my god.
Yes, that's what you gotta do to make a great movie. Though.
Yeah, just
You
not telling what's
cheeky
going on.
bastard.
It's a good movie though, especially for 80s horror. Next on my list is Predator, so I was gonna say it's in about the same time frame as that, where you got like maybe a slow, stocky character following you instead of in your face all the time kind of slasher.
Yeah, because you never really see the predator, I don't think, until maybe like the end of the movie.
You see, like, I don't even think you see the Predator he's fighting. It's like a different Predator that shows up.
Well, because there's like a theory, I think, that there's 3 different predators.
Oh, okay. Which
There's
would
like not just one that he was fighting. There's 3 of. But I mean, like Chef's Kiss, because that's a great design, honestly. They look
Yes, it
great.
is. Yes, they do. Oh my God, the way they're like, they have like that netting and like the freaking claws, dude.
Very
Super
terrifying.
iconic.
Very terrifying.
Yes,
Their
it is.
face with the like, the crab like claw
Whatever.
thing. Yeah, the little pincher things. Amazing.
Fucking gross.
Incredible.
I think Alien and Predator both just nailed their designs.
You've seen like the original design, right? Like the like bug thing, like the
Mm-mm.
insect thing.
No.
You didn't see that? You've never seen that?
Uh-uh.
Yeah, it's like a guy in a suit instead of like what it became, but it was like some bug insect thing that just looked really stupid.
Well, I'm glad they went with what they went with, because they fucking nailed it. God damn, it's beautiful. Those
It
are
does look
probably
amazing.
2 of the most iconic monsters out of those times, I'd say, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Because, like, I can't really think of anything else from that time frame that sticks out to me like that. Those are just freaking, ugh. Like, the alien looks wet and slimy and gross, and the Predator just looks like a fucking brick that's here to beat
You
your
think
ass.
that's practical? The alien?
I believe some of it is practical. You know, they're going to use animatronics and stuff like that, or puppeteering. But it's not necessarily the whole alien. Like, it'll be its head or something.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Next up on my list, I got Saw. I watched the first one with you, and I
Yeah.
really enjoyed it. I liked what they did with the budget they had, and it never really feels like it's a low budget movie or that they're confined into that one room.
Until you realize, yeah, they've just been in like one room the entire movie.
And it doesn't feel that apparently Danny Glover's only there for like 12
A
minutes.
day or whatever.
Yeah, he was there for a day too. Like you don't feel it. It feels like he's spread through the movie really well.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, that's what you got to do when you're film students and just trying to do your best.
But they had a really good. I think it kind of gets lost as they get further on, but they had a really good concept of like this like choice you got to make. Like you want to live or you
So
want
you know
to
that was James Wan
yeah,
who went on to do Fast and Furious.
and he did Fast and Furious. Which one?
I'm pretty sure he does all the new ones, like the big ones.
I thought that was okay. So he's doing all the big ones. I know he's gonna do the Trench, that Aquaman movie.
Oh yeah.
And
See,
he-
look what happens after making one, budget film off of Saw.
He did the Conjuring too. He did the first one.
Yeah, now he just does all these like crazy movies with super high budgets that just become franchises.
Yeah, speaking of Conjuring, that was actually next on my list. Those are probably one of the only ghost type movies that creep me out.
They're like hit and miss for me.
I really
honestly.
like the first one, and it just works so well.
The first one's all right.
You like the
I
second
get
one?
it. The second one is so long, and there's not even that much good stuff happening.
You know what blows my mind about the second one is that all I can remember people talking about is the fucking Crooked Man. I don't remember
and
anybody talking
in
about
it.
the nun.
He's in it for like 5 minutes.
And then they go make a nun movie.
Yeah.
I don't care about a nun. Fuck. What's its name? Val, whatever.
Yeah, that I mean,
Valerie?
but, like, it
Come
was the
on.
main. It was the main villain of the entire movie. So like, the Annabelle got her own movie, so they had to give the nun a movie.
Okay, but Annabelle was freaking creepy, and Annabelle wasn't like the main thing. It's like this like doll you see
yeah,
once.
I guess you're right.
So it's like intriguing, like ooh. And I also didn't like what they did with the Annabelle series. Like we never got the Warrens doing anything with Annabelle.
I've never seen any of that.
I went and saw the first one in theaters, and I was just like, I paid money for this. I gotta accept that. All right, next on my list, I have VHS. I know these ones are a
I didn't
little
think about
cheesy.
those.
Yeah, it's the last one I thought of. A little cheesy, a little low end, but honestly, you'll get a good one in there. You'll get a couple good ones.
Okay, you know what? Those might have been the last time I was genuinely scared of like a horror movie.
Yeah, which one?
When we watched those, remember when we spent the night at Austin's house,
Out in
like,
the tent?
backyard.
Yeah, in
out
his
in
tent.
the tent. When we
Yeah.
watched those,
That one, yeah.
man,
Because there was that
man.
one where they were freaking outside at their house, and he just gets snatched out of his tent by those aliens. I was just like, "Fuck no!"
Yeah.
Yeah.
the Invincible Man one where they're just chilling out in the woods.
Oh yeah, dude. And the freaking, I think there's always a good scary one. Like that Invisible Man was a good one in the first one. The Aliens was a good one in the second one.
That vampire
Demon
girl
House?
was pretty scary.
Oh yeah, the freaking whatever she's supposed to be. But she looks disgusting, dude. When her face starts splitting and shit.
You would have ended up like that guy, Cam, if that's how you're gonna keep talking about it.
Okay, look. No, they were being like freaking creeps. They were trying to rape that poor girl. He just like takes his dick out. Like the camera pans away, it pans back, his dick is out. I'm just like, stop. Stop it. Get some help.
Is there 3?
Yeah.
Or...
There's 3. There's that first one, there's the one with the aliens, and then there's the one with the people who have monster for genitals.
That's the second one or the third one?
That's the third one. It's also the one
I
where
do.
they're skateboarding and there's zombies again.
Oh yeah. They're like in Mexico or something.
Yeah, I actually
yeah, I
like
remember that one.
that one. Not that it's scary or anything, just a cool concept, I guess.
Mhm.
And those kids were smart as fuck. They got their skateboards and they didn't hesitate to smack a bitch. They just started going for the head and hitting the zombies. Like, yes,
They're making
act.
a new one, right?
Yeah, and I'm kind of excited for it. Like, oh,
Those are those Netflix movies, or they just happen to be on Netflix?
I think they just happen to be on Netflix.
Oh, okay, okay.
But you know what? I'm excited. We'll see what they do. Maybe they'll do something like the first two, so a little better. Because the third one's like, eh.
Because the first two, it's like
They go into
You
that
find- they-
house and they find
yeah,
the
yeah,
tapes.
and they find the VHS tapes, right?
Yeah, and the third one
And
is
the-
just like it's
It's
just
kind of
happening.
just a compilation of
Yeah,
yeah.
it's just not very really scary in that third one either. Like those
Mm-hmm.
are the only two that stand out, and I know there's more in between that. And last on our list, the king of the castle. You know, best horror franchises.
Wait, did
hand
we?
down.
Did you? We didn't even talk about like Friday the 13th or
No,
or like
'cause
Nightmare on Elm Street or any
to
of
be
that.
honest, I've seen Nightmare on Elm Street, the one like original, and then the one me and you watched.
Yeah, I have seen the original,
And
and
then
then,
we
I
watched
did
that
watch the
newer
new one
one.
with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terrible.
You didn't like the new one?
No.
You're not gonna sit here and tell me that the cream of the crop, the greatest slasher movie of all time, Freddy versus Jason, didn't cross your mind while making this list.
I
No, no.
don't know why
point.
it didn't, but that good point, dude. Freddy versus Jason. I remember watching that with you, and there's just like so much in that movie that I don't remember that happens.
Which
Remember him, like,
we just like did. That was when they like turned over the new leaf and just decided to make good slasher movies. Can't
I'm pretty sure after that it's Freddy goes to like space, right?
Jason X?
Yeah, that
I
movie
don't-
was so hard to
Oh
watch.
yeah, they like kill him, right?
Yeah, and
when
he's
he
not.
falls on like some like nano machine
Yeah.
or some shit.
And then we
Yeah, they
watched
just rebuild him to like some unstoppable fucking
J-
robot man.
Jason Goes to Hell. He's not even in it. He's just in hell.
Yeah, yeah.
What
Yeah.
the-
Boring ass movie.
Yeah, so I don't know. I like Friday the 13th too. The first one's okay, but the fact that this old lady's just beating up teenagers, like get out of here. Kick her.
I don't know, man.
Kick her and push her over. What's she gonna do? Break?
If an old lady had a big ass knife and machete and shit,
Okay,
wouldn't stand a
yes.
chance either.
But the second one's cool because it's Jason, so it's a little more intimidating when
Baghead
it's
boy.
like, yeah, but like the 6'9" muscular man chasing you. Yeah, I'm gonna be scared.
You didn't like? Did you like the new one?
The one me and you watched,
Yeah.
I remember thinking it was okay. Nothing. I can't remember too much about it, if that makes sense. Like I remember
Yeah.
they just kind of kill him with a chain at the end, and Sam from Supernatural's in it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah. That's pretty much all I remember about it. To be honest, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the newer one that we
We
watched,
didn't even talk about those.
No, but that one stands out a lot more to me than like the Freddy or Jason movie.
Have you ever watched the old Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
I've watched the original, yeah.
Yeah, where the chainsaw is like clearly rubber.
Dude, the freaking making of that movie just seemed, I think we've talked about it in a podcast in the past maybe, but it just seemed terrible. There's a dinner scene and it took like 12 hours to film or something like that. And
Mhm.
everybody was going like delusional because of the studio lights and the Texas heat, and the food was just spoiled on the table. So it's just
Oh.
like a fucked production.
did
I
you ever watch like the newer ones from like 2006 or whatever?
no, just the do your thing cuz one.
Oh,
Do your
yes.
thing,
Yeah. You ready for the King Ka?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's my favorite. I'm pretty sure it's your favorite too. Halloween, dude. Just freaking fantastic filmmaking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I-
Indeed. Revolutionized the slasher genre.
They really did, dude. I don't know what makes his films work so much better, but it's like a slower build up to that final end. He's not necessarily, maybe it has something to do with the fact that it's just a guy in a mask.
I don't know.
Mike
I
is
don't
just-
like how they're trying to say he's transcending. Whatever the fuck that means. I don't like that.
I'll have to see. I'd see what they do with it, because I did like the fact that he was just a guy in a mask. It's kind of neat that he's just like,
I was gonna say earlier when we were talking about it, H2O. That was like the first time I remember being scared of a scary movie.
really? I think it was Halloween 4 for me, because there's this freaking scene where he crashes an ambulance car, just fucking puts his thumb through the guy's skull, and I'm just like, what the fuck, man?
Why am I watching this? I'm like 6.
Yeah, I'm like 8. Like, what the fuck?
Who said this was okay? Yeah, I remember. Yeah, H2O used. Yeah, because I remember like in the beginning when he like sticks that like skate in that guy's like mouth.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, I was like, fuck, dude, what is this?
I always think for me it's the first one that holds the most nostalgia. Just as soon as that music hits, you're just like, let's go.
I like the first one, but I do think it is a little boring.
Yes, it is very slow, and of course that has to do with the time and how movies were just done back then.
Yeah, you can't watch like the newer ones and then go back.
It's like, wow, this is very slow compared to what, like, watching 1 to 18 is just like, holy shit, this is way different. But they do pick up the pace in number 2 when he's in that freaking hospital.
Yes, the hospital.
Oh
he does pop
god,
off.
damn, dude, he's just fucking killing everybody there.
And then the third one's just whatever.
It's a mask.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's kind of crazy because that first one, and we're gonna get into it way more in our talk, but dude, it was made for like nothing. It was made for like,
dude, I bet, man.
a little over.
Like they just went to a drugstore, found a random mask, spray painted that bitch.
Yeah, it was like between that mask and somebody else. It was filmed in like 30 days, I want to say. It made so much about
the guy in the suit in the mask. They're just like, oh, it fits you. Okay, you're him. It's you.
Yeah, there's like 3 different guys, just like who's ever on set that day. Hey,
yeah,
we need a guy for the seat. So it was made for $325,000. Not even
$125,000.
$325,000.
$325,000. This is like what, like 77, 76. So that's probably like $1 million today or something, right?
I guess it made $47 million.
Okay, well, yeah, okay. I mean, obviously there's gonna be a,
It just has to do with the way that one was filmed. Like, it's got good cinematography. Like, there's such memorable shots in that first one where he's like coming out of that darkness, or like he's just hiding in the clothesline,
staring at Lori.
Yeah,
by the clothesline.
Yeah, where he's like by those bushes. Like,
yes,
it's just a very
behind the bushes, and then he's
gone. It's a very memorable movie, and like the music. That's probably one of my favorite scores.
Who taught that man how to drive? That's what I want to know. That's like one of the best parts of the movie. He's just driving around in like an old station wagon.
It's like one of the only ones that drives. I'm pretty sure nobody else drives. And then going into the Rob Zombie ones, I like I don't think it's as good as the original, but I like it's fun watch that first one.
First one, is pretty good. It's better than what I expected going into it.
Yeah, it's definitely a little more brutal.
It's definitely just almost not a scene for scene, but it's basically just like, how can you fuck this up? It just do what they did in the original,
but make it.
And
more
then
gruesome.
The second one is just like
what?
It just starts off. It starts off amazing. I thought it was gonna be so good. I thought it was gonna be like the best one I've seen to date.
Oh yeah, because it starts off in the hospital.
Yeah,
but
it starts off in the hospital, and it's just amazing. It's just like, wow, the best. And then it's a dream.
Yep. And then for the rest of the movie, I forgot she had dreads for the movie.
Because the first one, right, they were just testing it, and they were just like, you can't mess this up. Like, you literally just have to do
the first one, but more gruesome, and it's fine.
And it works out fine. And then the second one, they were just like, do whatever you want. You did a great job on the first one.
Yeah.
And look what he did.
Yeah, it's like, it's crazy because these, like, those are one of the only ones to where, like, they got that second movie, you know? Like, that Friday the 13th we talked about.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Oh, maybe there's a second.
Yeah.
But no, he got that second because he did really good with that first one. Just Unstoppable Mike. I thought they did really good, like, where they beef up Mike, which is kind of nice.
Which is hella huge.
Yeah, which is okay. Make him a little more unstoppable. I get it. Poor girl just gets beat the fuck up. Oh my god,
yeah,
dude.
Twice.
Yeah, dude. Both movies just beats her up and leaves her. She does die the second time, but he didn't stay there to do it. Just left her. It's just gruesome.
And then he talks.
Oh yeah, he does talk, huh?
Yeah, he talks in the second one.
And then he dies, and then Dread Girl becomes Mike.
Yes.
Which they kind of tease in 18. Now that I think about it, the doctor puts on the mask. He's like, "Ooh, I'm Mike now." Now it's like, Mike, don't play those games.
There was one of the older ones. Didn't like a little girl.
The Curse of Michael Myers.
She was like in a clown costume at the end of the movie, right?
Mm-hmm. It's like the niece. It's the last remaining blood relative to Mike.
Yeah, because he has to kill his blood relatives for whatever reason.
Just because they made Laurie one, I guess.
And then they made 2 more movies.
Yeah. I don't mind that they made her not in 18, not the relative. Because now I feel like Mike's just like, oh, you thought you could survive? I'll teach you about that.
Yeah, it's all right. I was kind of like...
disappointed?
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Now it doesn't really matter.
No, because 18 is probably the greatest That's my favorite Halloween movie. It's so good, dude.
It's probably my favorite too.
Yeah. Just freaking, I remember going into theaters and being blown away. I did not think we were going to get anything close to that level of good. And it just pops off. It pops off at that gas station. And it's got such good cinematography too, dude. And the music's so good. It's not exactly the same, but they integrate that original sound or...
When he puts the mask back on.
Yeah, that
after
original
getting it out of the
theme.
trunk. Yeah.
And I like when movies do that. Like when they did Godzilla vs. Kong, I didn't get to hear Godzilla's theme music, which I kind of felt cheated, because when they redid it in King of the Monsters, they did such a good job redoing it.
Also, how does he still have an eye?
Who, Mike?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure when he didn't have the mask on, his eyes fucked up. Like it's like you know how like when
Oh.
dogs go blind,
Yeah.
it looks like that.
Yeah, but it just probably wouldn't be there, right? Or,
Well,
I guess it
no,
would be
no,
there,
she
but-
did pull it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, he should put an eye patch over his little mask. I think it'd be hilarious.
Is that really what you want?
No, but I think it'd be funny.
What's your favorite? Which one's your favorite mask?
The one they're using in the new series, it looks a little better, like not so cheap like the original, but it looks like the original, just a little more wear and tear. And I think the wear and tear adds a little extra something to it, a little extra flair.
Because I never noticed it before,
But now I do.
but like in H2O, yeah, that shit just looks awful.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. It looks pretty bad in like 4 too.
Like, why even change? Just keep using the same mask.
I know, just go back to the prop room from the first 2.
Yeah.
But those are our favorite. You got any others, Dad?
Nah, I can't think of any, to be honest with you.
And those were the top 7 greatest scary movie horror franchises of all time.
Even though we talked about like 9 or 10.
Yeah, even though we talked about way more, those are the best 7. If you disagree,
Yes.
that's fine. You're entitled to your wrong opinion.
Yes.
But these are our 7.
Let us know in the comments. I won't read
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. Feel free to yell at him because he won't read them. So you can get mad at anybody. Get mad at the guy that doesn't read them.
Yes. I'm okay with that. I'll allow it.
Anyways, that'll do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll catch y'all on the next one.